Yeah, man. We saw Joshua Buatsi and Callum Smith.
Because we have to start here.
We could go with.
I know
this channel,
for this channel, we have to start here. We have to start here because there's most channels.
We know
they will start. Bivol, Bateviev, let's go, let's talk.
They know.
The main event for us said to you,
was the first fight of the night.
I said to you, I goes, Ross. Obviously, we're going to start with Bivol, Bateviev, and you looked at me and you said, "That's strange."
What do you mean?
Strange, you say that.
What are you talking about? Do me a favor.
Do me a favor, brother.
First of all, I gotta say, fight of the night for me. Fight of the night. I'm sorry, that fight had everything, and I know Bivol and Bateviev was just amazing, but you know, I was watching that fight and I said, you know what, the heart and desire, the war, the grueling fight. I enjoyed that fight so much. How did you feel about it?
Well, it was a great fight. I thought it was an amazing fight, but then I've got answers to questions that I didn't like the test. I didn't like what we was trying to do in there. There were a lot wrong. I just saw. I had more questions after the fight.
Yeah.
I had more questions after the fight because yes, there was. In the moment, obviously, I'm upset. Brethren bias.
You were on the street.
I was emotional. I was emotional, bro. I was emotional, and
Joey had to be peacekeeper on the street.
Yeah. I was emotional because again, you don't want to see someone that you like lose, and you don't want to see it's never fun to watch someone that you're a fan of, even regardless of however it looks. I'm just a fan of you. I want to see you have great nights. I want to see you achieve in boxing. And what happened on that night was. You have to say it. It's a class thing came into.
He was a level above.
He was a level above, but more than I'll definitely throw the fall back to you. But he was more than a level above. Yes, Joshua showed grit, determination, but then while in the moment, because I've watched it back, in the moment, I was proud of him for being strong and the dog showing and not giving up or not quitting. There was things I wasn't proud of, and there was something that his head movement,
was non-existent.
Was as non-existent as we ever seen. It's like it's regressed super backwards.
But I want to start this whole thing just by giving Callum Smith credit because I'll be real, I've always had my feelings about Callum Smith's career, innit? Like the win over George Groves, I'm like, yeah, George Groves was clearly injured. He was one-armed in there. John Ryder, I believe that was a robbery. I think John Ryder should have got that nod. His performances against Canelo and Beterbiev both just kind of took the wind out of the sails as far as the stock on his career. But when he was in there with Buatsi, I was looking at a guy that was he was a level above this dude. And not just that, but I thought he was knocking on retirement's door. You know, when you start to hear a fighter talk about, if I don't get this one, then, you know, I'm probably going to call it a day.
Yeah.
That's when I'm like, oh, you've come to Riyadh to get, you know,
paid.
Final, you know, swan song. Good performance. I'm going to give it all, but I'm ready to get pushed out the door. Yeah, I'm saying if I'm in there with a live dog.
I think he was more offended by that.
He came out there like, no, bro, I'm still trying to win another world title at this weight. And the performance straight away out the gate, I'm like, okay, this is not a man that's on his way out. He's come to win. And bro, his boxing level, again, we said it before, it was a level above Buatsi, but I still thought Buatsi would have been able to just dog through it and just back him up and get the work done. And I was like, hold on a second. You know the moment they're letting me know that this is going to be hell? First round, them men are up close, and it's just like this. They're on the inside. You can see Buatsi's looking for a shot, and Callum Smith just rips a left hook right across his face.
My goodness.
And I thought to myself, of course, I forgot about your inside game. As a tall brother, you easily think he's just gonna, and because he was popping that jab
and mid-range,
he weren't trying to keep him on the outside. He said, no, come inside.
I like to fight.
Come into my office, bro.
Yeah. And Buatsi didn't have the mid. I would say at any range, Buatsi wasn't superior. No. The one time that he established, like, and when I say established the jab, he popped the jab like 4 or 5 times early in the first round. And then after he stopped using it, but then there was a stronger jab. You saw something even better from Smith.
Mm-hmm.
So then again, he's nullified the jab and he said,
taking it away.
Would you like to come in the inside and see what happens here?
He said, come over here, and the body work that Buatsi was on the receiving end of some prime time body shots.
Yeah.
Like I saw him getting hurt, bro. Like you seeing the visible, like the actual reactions to him getting touched. And I'm just like, yo, he's not going to be able to take these shots all night. What was frustrating to watch, right? And I say frustrating because I'm looking at it, I'm thinking to myself, bro, you don't need to be taking this type of punishment. You're taking body shots. You're taking shots upstairs, but full on to the face, full on, clean, no response. Like, it's puzzling because when you see a fighter taking shots, yeah, you say, okay, cool. You fancy your chin, you trust your chin. Okay, calm. But after a while, those punches, when they're clearly hurting you, there's times where we saw him, legs were wobbling, like he's kind of like, whoa, like
That
stumbling
round,
around.
that sixth
That round was a madness.
amazing.
Bro, I saw him, it looked like he just went, wow, after taking one of the shots. And I'm thinking, that's got to be the deterrent that says, I'm going to get out of the way. Even if you go backwards, just get on your bike.
He doesn't know how to do that.
He doesn't have another option.
Do you know why? Do you know what the problem is? It's one of the something we praised him for, but it actually could be his Achilles heel at the top level. When he does get hurt, we've always said it. He gets angry. No, he gets angry
and he shakes
and goes forward.
He shakes his hands to let you know that did hurt me.
That did hurt me. But he goes forward. He retaliates. But it's like he almost takes a punch like, how dare you punch me? But see, at the level with those lot, you might be able to get away with that. When you now step into and we're talking about elite level of Bivol, Bateviev, Benavidez, and like that lot, and now can't leave out Callum for how the levels was. You can get away with that with the fights that he was having maybe before.
Getting into those.
See here, it's a problem. And remember, we said it because there was a moment when he got rocked and buzzed by Craig Richards, and then Craig didn't jump on him again. Craig didn't take that moment and say, "Yep, it's time now." And he still wanted to go fire for fire.
He wanted to go gun for gun, and what I think it's what's frustrating, I guess, watching it, where you just see you literally can see his thoughts slow down, where he's like, it looks like he's going, I'm thinking about doing this. I'm not too sure if I'm going to do that. But in the time he's doing that, he's literally standing still, either looking at you or looking at where he's going to punch. And I'm thinking, you do know Callum is not waiting for you.
Yeah.
And it's like, bang, the shot lands. Okay, I'm still here. And it's like the hands were low because the body shots were hurting. So the chin was wide open and there was no adjustment to it. I'm looking at this, I'm thinking,
when we talk about corners, right? And we talk about how good someone is, because we did this straight away when we saw AJ having a bad time. And it's like there's no adjustment, or you're just not looking like yourself. Is there a conversation on, well, what's the corner saying at this moment? Because I get Buatsi should be further on in his game. And because he hasn't tested himself is one of the conversations, because he's never tried top. We don't know how far he is, but now he's tried. We can now see, hey, big man, there's work to be done. And then after it, uncomfortable conversations have to be had, because we've taken a long time, and the whole plan of taking a long time was to say, well, we're not going to make those mistakes when we get to world level. But now we're saying, well, those mistakes are still there, and we're just taking a long time. So that is where the conversation is uncomfortable.
And it definitely is, because the same things like that when I've been speaking about Buatsi in terms of, people are going to have me down as a big hater. And I'm like, bro, there's nothing I can say that's going to go against that. So it is what it is. I've always said he's happy to take a shot. Happy to. From Marco Kalic, if I'm getting that name right, when the eye was swelling up massive, to my man in the fight, when they had the fights, Bolotniks, like Craig, like he's happy to take the shot. Willie Hutchinson's success came from a lot of the time where he's literally just stopped for a moment, either to catch his own breath or to just think about what he's going to do next. In those times, when you trust your chin that much, I'm thinking to myself, so what's Virgil Hunter saying to you then? Because he's supposed to be the one that's going to bring the defensive energy in and add these other elements. It's a few fights in the story now, and we're not seeing any benefit from that. I've always thought that was a bad marriage.
You said it for a long time.
That's just, there's no synergy in that. That's coaching style, his view of boxing, and the way you're set up and the way you've kind of introduced yourself to the sport. I remember watching a kind of like, the promo videos, right? And one of the things that Virgil said about him, which I thought that's interesting, because I wonder how you're going to address it, is say some fighters are built from the feet up and some guys are built from the hands down. And he said, Buatsi's a guy that's been built from the hands down. So the legs is stuff that we're going to try and work on. We're going to try and build and da-da-da-da-da. And I'm thinking to myself, you can't be satisfied with what you see from this fighter right now. And this is a few camps ahead of that when that video was made. He's not developed. There's no synergy there. I'm looking at this now and I'm thinking, someone who's got that style, he's letting you know, I actually am who I am, you know, like I appreciate all the knowledge is there, but well, that's what I'm saying. It's not going to be me. So he's got to start thinking about getting a trainer that feeds what you actually are. And if you are a fighter that comes in hell for leather, bro, go pattern up with Freddie Roach. Freddie Roach weren't teaching Manny Pacquiao to start doing. Bro, Freddie Roach is an absolute gunfighter. When he was with Amir Khan, he's a gunner fighter.
Yeah.
Go and be with someone that feeds your natural attributes.
Yeah.
I get he probably has a great relationship with my man at this point. But I'm looking at this thing, I'm thinking,
this might not work.
This might not work,
bro.
It's like when you watch your brethren and he's in a relationship with a girl that you know it's not supposed to be
not
for him.
supposed to be for him, bro.
And it's complaining.
And he's telling you, and he comes back to you, to the man, then he said, what do you think? You know when he tells you, he says, oh, what do you think? You like, bro. You know, like you shout at him, innit? You shout him, say, bro, do you want us to tell the truth? Do you want us to tell the truth now? Is today the day that we can tell the truth? We know you don't. We've known, fam.
She's not for you, bro. She's not for you, bro.
Come on.
She keeps moving mad and you're stressed out every time. Look at you, bro. You're stressed. You're losing weight, dog. How long you want to keep going? And you know what? Do you?
And when no, because he hit you with, I love her. Though.
Okay, cool. All right, cool. Say no more then, bro. Say no more. Do you think? Because I'm watching in there, and I think when we watch that fight review, I want to know what the camp is doing when they're sitting there and watching him take shot after shot after shot. And it's not like they're glancing shots. They're full on in the face, bro.
Full on, bro.
Brother.
I don't know, man.
He was in that fight to round 12 on heart and guts alone.
It was hard. And I commend it because it's always great to see. It's always great to see it. That was a phenomenal fight. Should never have been first. There's other fights that we could have made first.
Shakur and Padley could have easily gone first.
Easily. I'd put other stuff first. Literally. But that fight was an amazing fight, and there was stuff I liked. I'm gutted with the result, and I'm gutted with how he looked. Now, let's not get this twisted, because while we're talking about Callum is still beaten what he proved to us there is, yes, I took those losses. Guys, I'm a live opponent in this division.
I only lost to Canelo and Beterbiev.
Those are the names.
Don't play on my name.
Those are the names of people that I've lost with.
Yeah.
Like, you must understand, I'm not food for this division.
Yeah.
And the mistake that I made going into this one, maybe you could say a bit of bedroom bias, but I did think it was a fighter that was saying goodbye and coming to the end of his career. And he's like, yo, I'm going to take this piece and I'll fight my man and then see how many other.
Even somebody in Buatsi's camp was saying to him that he's like, yeah, you're on your way out. Like, before the fight, talking mad to him. Afterwards, he had words for him. He's like, brother, that's disrespectful.
He had him up.
Don't talk to me like that.
Yeah.
What can you say?
Yeah. But I think even like, and this is the thing, some things don't make no sense with, I know Buatsi's movement, and obviously his team was moving mad, but the team have got to follow protocol because this is where it says it's like mixed messages. 1 minute it is like, it's all bless. And then rest want to say you're not who you say you are. Remember when Craig was like, when people say, because it's like, wait, well, what is it then? Because the team is moving mad. How can a team be in there chatting shit? I wouldn't even think of someone, when I heard that, I said, wait, someone chatting shit?
How has that been happening? Because he don't talk to men who are chatting shit. He will look at you and say, I'll see you on Saturday.
Yeah.
No, you said what you said. I'm going to see you again. But the man them around you are kind of crazy.
That's madness. And whoever that guy is, maybe we need to employ him better because he could do better with your name. Bro. Maybe put that guy on the mains to talk up your situation. At least, because he can't be doing it where we can't see. Man's doing that in the shadows, bro. And it's making a fighter feel something.
Because the fighter now is now more motivated
than ever.
Somebody else is telling me that I'm food. What are you telling me? I'm out of retirement store. Okay, cool. You're motivating me to do more because this brother's not even pissing me off.
Imagine we heard that in build-up as well. Again, Buatsi could do stuff because let's talk about stock. Talk about stock. He's still going to get fights easily. He's still going to get fights. Everything's going to be fine on that. And it's a learning fight and this, that, and the other. But because if you don't sell yourself and then you lose, it is easier to get you out the way because we talk about risk and reward. What is the reward of fighting you? Not like you got like a so much so now guess what? You're just a problem. If I fight you, it's a long night. It's a long night. If I can get you out the way, praise God for my situation because I don't actually want to see you really. You're not bringing anything to. So now Buatsi now has to go home and hear this team. Somebody's watching. But Buatsi has to go home and unpick things. He has to unpick how he goes into fights. He has to. He has to now address it because guess what? Not everyone is rooting for you. Not everyone's going to be rooting for you. There's a group of us that are supporters of what you're trying to do. But you have to understand risk and reward. You're going to become a fighter. If you don't talk better or this, that, and the other, and you're not moving your head, you will take losses at the highest level. Then who's going to want to fight you? They're going to ice you out. So now you have to do better. I will go and look at the trainer situation.
Yep.
Absolutely. I'm addressing trainer situation and how I sound to the public. Simple as that. How I sound, because what he didn't get in the fight, which I was hoping for, is someone say it's a learning fight, or the things that they say.
The expectations are way higher
Different
for him at this point. Yeah, because this was supposed to be a stepping stone. This was supposed to be the fight to say, well, how does he? Because he's supposed to have taken the stairs, right? If Anthony Yarde is the one that took the firework approach and just shoot for it, he's the one that done it the right way. He's the one that's supposed to show that this is the correct way to do it. Well, what we found is that the level is above Hutchinson and Aziz and Craig, and below Callum, and Callum doesn't belong in that conversation.
In that pivotal conversation.
So now it's really just we shouldn't even really be ranking anymore. You're one of the guys.
Yeah, one of the man them.
One of the man them, and the man them have yet to nail down something that makes these talking points worth having.
Yeah,
because what we're seeing at the top two,
it's dark, bro.
It's got to change because we've been talking about the light heavyweight division and all the talent and all this for a long time.
Yeah.
And we're still saying
who breaks into that room, into the upper room.
Callum is at retirement's door. Yeah. Because if he lost on Saturday night, he's probably going to call it. So he's on retirement's door, even if it sounds rough.
He's at the door of that room that's saying who can go in. But
he's still got fire in him to be like, I'm going out properly though.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what you're dealing with. But yet nobody looks like
Callum's on the door in the rave saying you can't get in. It's the other door, bro. He's on the door. Obviously, Batavi and Bill are doing a madness over there, and he's on the door like certified though. He's like, I've been in there. Don't get twisted. It was mad for me. But you have to get past me to even talk about going in.
And where it's rougher and harsher on Buatsi is that he's the name in all this list that ain't had a title shot.
He was on a guest list. He was on
he had the guest list, bro. He had the invite. He told the PR team, no, I ain't gonna be there. Not coming. I appreciate the invite. I'm not gonna go when you want me to go. I'm gonna do it when I'm ready. And now the journey's got an obstacle. The journey's got a mad obstacle at this stage in the game.
I'm sad. Bro.
Yarde fight was supposed to have been next or whenever. It doesn't even matter now. That convo we had, it doesn't even matter to have it.
It'll be next though.
Why?
Well, we don't know because Callum said he'll fight Yarde as well.
Better be exactly.
Let me read these supers.
Cool.
Raw, that's a big super chat as well. Rotted. How come I haven't seen it in it? Well, Trev.
Go on. What's this? Oh, super chat, yeah?
Yeah, read that super.
Peace and prosperity, gents. Great night of boxing. Big up to Saint. Got one from CN here. He goes, thought for a while, Buatsi seems to lack the energy needed to maintain his work rate in fights. He's maybe weight drained. Do you know what? That's an interesting point. Because if we look at what Buatsi looks like here, Buatsi's a massive guy, you know. Him and Callum Smith both are not the heights that they're listed, by the way. Let's be very clear.
Yeah.
Callum Smith is easy 6'5". Yeah. Buatsi is not far off. He's probably 6'3.5", 6'4".
Yeah.
Big use.
Yeah.
Right? But if you look at Buatsi, bro, I'm telling you, if you look at Buatsi, he looks gaunt in the face on fight week. Like, he looks like he's probably killing himself to make weight. And people say this about Yarde, but Yarde never looks gaunt.
Yeah.
The way
like he belongs.
Does.
Like, yeah.
So there could be something in that weight drain conversation there.
Hey, listen.
But honestly, what I will say is this, because if that fight does happen, I still back Yarde to win that fight. A man with no head movement and a guy who can hit. So it's a recipe for nonsense.
While I hear that, I think the level. I don't think Yarde asks those technical questions that Callum does. He's
more powerful than Callum, so he's going to offer different problems.
It's machine for machine.
It's
machine for machine, absolutely. But what we saw was that there was some technical boxing that was on display there. That was like, oh my god, this is a class issue. I said, I've never seen him get beat up like this. That was what was happening. I was watching the fight, saying, bro, he's getting moved. He's getting lit up. And it never goes there. Because people saying, oh, well, how's it different? I said, well, people don't have their way with Buatsi like this. And this is someone saying, what? Mid-range? At range? However you want this. You want phone box? I'm better than you. And even when he's done that,
that's what he said after the fight. He says, we're similar, I'm just better.
That's it.
And it's the most accurate but dismissive summary ever. It's just
very dismissive, but it's true. That's probably the clearest, cleanest statement. Anyway, I know you lot probably want to talk more about this. And guess what? The pod is coming back. Trav, how can they find the pod?
The Patreon link is in the bio right now. We'll be dropping the pod every week from this week onwards.
So get rid of the memberships on this. We'll turn it off probably. Get rid of the memberships here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just take that to Patreon. It really helps us, really helps the channel, really helps what we're trying to do here to make sure we're giving you this A1 content. But truly, thank you. We really appreciate you. I know it's hard to tell the audience to migrate to different places, but we just want to say we truly appreciate you and want to make sure we can do this at a higher level.
Absolutely.
Big up.
Yeah, mate. We could talk
we
about
can
this
move
one
on.
all day still, but I'm sure the callers will bring this topic back up.